Civilization. We live in the modern era where people of the earth can connect to each other by various means. Yet this is not the case in the times before us, the times of the previous civilization. What exactly happened before this age? Those civilizations that came before us, when did they fall? Why did they fall? Let us look into this, all of us together. Let us divide civilization into two parts, the Islamic civilization and the Western civilization. The chronology of the Islamic civilization.
In 571, the birth of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Mecca. In 610, the first revelation sent to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam by Jibril from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In 622, the majority of the Muslims of Mecca went to Hijrah to Yathrib, which will be known as Medina.
In 630, Fatul Makkah, the opening of Makkah, where the Muslims have cast it back from the Quraysh. In 632, the year the Prophet wafat. It is also the year Abu Bakr as-Siddiq is chosen to be the Khulafa of the Muslim, signifying the beginning of the region of the Khulafa al-Rashidin, and will be followed by Umar al-Khattab, Uthman bin Affan, and Ali bin Abi Talib. In 660, the region of the Khulafa al-Rashidin ended, and the Umayyad dynasty begins with Muawiyah Abi Sufyan.
In 750, the Abbasid dynasty begins and the Umayyad dynasty ended as the first leader of the Abbasid, Abu Abbas as-Saffah, killed last caliph of the Umayyad, mere 6 years later. In 756, a new Umayyad caliphate in Spain was born, led by Abu Rahman al-Dakhil, while in 1299, the Turkic Ottoman Empire was born in Anatolia, and 1492, the new Umayyad Caliphate fell by the hand of Ferdinand of Aragon and Isabella of Castile.
In 1550, the Muslim kingdom of Aceh rose in Southeast Asia. In 1924, the Turkic Ottoman Empire fell after several defeats at the hands of the West.
The chronology of the Western civilization.
3200 BC, Mesopotamia civilization started to rise at the Tigris-Euphrates River. 2900 BC, Greek civilization begins. The Minoan and Mycenaean era starts at this point, and by 800 BC is replaced by the ancient Greek period. 753 BC, Roman civilization starts. 500 BC, the ancient Greek period is replaced by the classical Greek period. 332 BC, the Mesopotamian Empire fell, becoming a part of the Greek Seleucid Empire. 300 BC, Greek Hellenistic period starts. 37 BC, the Roman Empire takes over. 325 AD, the Byzantine Empire overthrows the Roman Empire. 326 AD, Greek civilization is abolished. 1453, Roman civilization is abolished.
Let us now see the factors that affected the fall and the rise of the Western and Islamic civilization. The factors affecting the rise of Islamic civilization.
The first is spiritual power. Islam liberated Muslim community to explore life and the world around them.
The second one is ability to transform Quran to daily conduct, which is to implement the teaching of Al-Quran into their daily lives, create such values such as sincerity, honesty, patience.
The third, intellectual freedom. Freeing human intellect from superstition, teach people to think creatively, critically, and logically. Example, human doesn't exist by chance or coincidence, nor evolved from the ape. Humans are rather created and have purpose in life, and that is logic.
The fourth one is political freedom, which is equality between leaders and the civilians, freeing human from worshipping another human, instead they must worship Allah.
The fifth, the openness to learn from experience, openness to people of different races, ethics, and religion.
The sixth one is spirit of seeking knowledge. Most ruler of Muslim was educated or scholars. The establishment of hundreds of schools and universities such as Al-Azhar, Al-Nizamiyah, and Al-Qaryawan, etc.
Factors affecting the fall of Islamic civilization.
Go. The first is tribalism, way of thinking or behaving in which people are more loyal to their tribe, or in Arabic term, asabiyah. Through this tribalism, Muslim communities start being separated by different tribes or groups, although they commit to the same God.
The second one is ethnocentrism. This phenomenon basically continues from tribalism, which is judging another's culture solely by the values and standards of one's own culture.
The third is sectarianism, discrimination or hatred arising from attaching importance to perceived differences between subdivisions within a group, such as between different denominations of a religion, class, regional, or factions of a political movement.
The fourth one is obsession with powers. The leaders today's world obsessed with powers, ending up willingly sacrificing anything to gain power to rule. This is why they abandoned and left out the main big responsibility, leading people underneath them. For example, an Islamic declared country but does not apply Islamic concept, teaching principle in its administration.
The fifth, striving for powers through assassination, civil wars.
The sixth one is dictatorship, which is injustice politics, changing the political system from shura to monarchy.
7. Moral decadence. The moral or akhlaq of the current Muslim today are descending. Dishonesty, injustice, indifference, neglecting obligations, and others are all part of a moral decadence.
The eighth one is revolutions, which is change of political powers from the good to bad ones.
And the ninth, weakness of central authority. The rulers or caliphs become nominal. The ruler of Abbasid will then frequently changed and murdered one after another. Deterioration in education level of the rulers. The Ottoman Turks did infuse some manhood into the declining empire, but those rulers were not really qualified to maintain the Muslim civilization.
The last but not least is academic decline, which is Islamic science reaches stagnation stage, where it slows down or stops. Ijtihad was virtually stopped. Fanaticism to juridical and theological school spreads.
Factors affecting the rise of Western civilization.
Strategic location. Mesopotamia at the Tigris-Euphrates River, while the Greeks varying geographical conditions of each of its states. Second is city planning. The city of each of the civilizations were carefully planned, and each state was given authority for itself for certain matters. Third is trades. They trades with other civilizations from east and west. This caused them to adopt certain things and cultures that they deemed useful for them. Lastly is innovative warfare, like the use of better materials for both armors and weapons, and innovative use of new types of mounted soldiers, and etc.
Factors affecting the fall of Western civilization. Civil war and conflict, especially between the Greek states and within the Roman Empire itself. Attack from external tribes. The Romans especially were attacked by tribes that opposed them and caused significant damage over time. Rise of other powers. The Greek for the Mesopotamia, the Romans for the Greek, Islam for both Roman and Greek. Crops and other food sources were poisoned or plagued. Lead poisoning and soil poisoning became a menace towards the people. People of this civilization become increasingly weak and complacent, making them weak towards outside attacks and corruption. Weak leaders, especially towards the end of the civilization's reign, causing deserters and unrest within the people.